Hello there and welcome along to today's chair yoga session. I'm Sarah and today's session is going to be a little bit of a stretch out for the spine. So we're going to be moving the spine in all directions just to help ease things up, feel a little bit more comfortable. So we'll begin sitting down. Just something like a dining room chair is ideal. Something where you can sit up nice and tall. But really just whatever chair you've got is fine. Bilbo's having a little bit of a chill out in the corner there today. So let's start by sitting up nice and tall. So coming to the edge of your seat so that you're having to use your back and your core muscles to help support you. And then imagine kind of lifting up out of the hips, stacking up all the way through the spine, lifting up through the crown of the head. But try and make sure that your shoulders stay down. And then close your eyes and just take a little moment here to settle in. Just let yourself arrive. And just feeling what it feels like to sit up nice and tall here. Lengthening through the crown of the head, lots of space around the neck, shoulders relaxed down. Maybe a little bit of engagement around the back and the abdominal muscles just to help support you. Just taking a couple of nice deep breaths here, just to settle in. And then opening your eyes, we'll start off with just some gentle movements for the top of the spine, which is the neck where it connects up to your head. So we'll just start by turning the face one way and then the other. So this is actually a little bit of a twist for the spine, for the upper part of the spine. We'll be doing some other twists later on. And you can synchronize this movement with your breath if you like, maybe inhaling as you turn your head to the side and exhaling as you bring your face forwards, or any other rhythm that works for you. So let's even that up so that you've done the same number to each side, whichever way you started, and come back to center. Now let's do some seated cat-cow stretches, which are a fantastic way to do a gentle forward bend and a gentle back bend. So I've just turned to the side so you can see, you can just stay where you are. So feet nice and firmly planted on the ground underneath your knees, weight evenly balanced across your hips. And then we're going to think about arching the spine, bringing the chest forward, maybe looking up a little bit, and then flipping to the opposite. So rocking back on the pelvis, rounding through the spine, tucking the chin in, bringing the head down, rounding through. And then we're going to alternate between those two shapes there. So our rounded spine and then the arched spine with the head lifted. And again, this is a lovely one to coordinate with the breath. So maybe inhaling as you lift the head up and exhaling as you tuck the chin down. And we'll just take a couple more rounds of this stretch here, warming up the spine and taking it both into a little back bend and then a rounded forward bend here. Okay, so we started with the head up, so we'll finish with the head tucked in and then just come back to center. Turn my chair back round. So we've taken the spine a little bit forwards and backwards there. Let's now do a little bit of a side stretch as well, or a side bend for the spine. So bring your right hand to your chair and just use that for a little bit of support. Again, weight nicely balanced across both hips, feet planted, Then let's bring the left arm up and reach up first of all, keeping this left hip planted down really firmly, rooting there, lifting up with that left arm, and then just leaning as far as you feel in control over towards the right hand side. So remembering to keep that left hip planted, and as I say, only going so far as you feel in control, and trying to go to the side as well rather than coming forwards here. Up is much more important than over here. And then let's reach it up to come out, up first, and then lower that hand down. Then let's swap. So this time planting the left hand on your chair, taking the right hand, reaching it up, again keeping that right hip really firmly planted and getting lots of length all the way down the right side body here before we lean over, and then taking it as far as feels good in your body, listening to yourself, only doing what feels safe and comfortable for you. And then let's reach that up, bring that hand down, maybe a little bit of a shake out, and we're going to come up to standing. So we're just going to take one standing posture today, and that is going to be, as you know, one of my favorites, downward dog on a chair. So come to the back of your chair. If the back of your chair isn't a great height for this, you can just do it with anything, a table, a wall, even just whatever you've got around. Hands on the thing that you're going to use, whether it's the back of your chair, the wall, or whatever. And then let's just walk the feet back, bringing the head down between the upper arms and really thinking about reaching the hips back. And what we want to focus on today is getting a really good stretch for the spine. So imagine that your hips are reaching away behind you and your arms are pulling your back forwards. And so we're really lengthening out, stretching the spine here. This is a little bit of a forward fold, but really we're going for this lovely back stretch here. Imagine creating space between every little vertebra all the way up the back. You can sort of lengthen the crown of the head away as well if you want towards your hand, if that's a good feeling in your body. And take a little bit of movement here as well if that feels good. And then let's gently walk that up. And then we're going to come down to sitting again. So we moved the spine now forwards, back, a little bit of a back bend, and to the side. So we're going to do just a couple of seated movements here. So we did a gentle back bend before. We'll take a little bit of a deeper back bend now. So we did a little bit of a forward fold there with the down dog. Come right to the edge of your chair so that you've got space behind you. And then think about moving from the shoulders. So opening those shoulders back and letting that bring your hands round behind you, and then pop your hands on the chair somewhere where they kind of land. And then from there, think about rolling your shoulders back, opening your chest up, maybe lifting your head and coming into a bit of a more exaggerated back bend here. So it might not look like very much. What we're going for here is sensation. So really that sensation of creating that arch in the spine. Only again, as with before, go as far as feels safe and comfortable in your body. Maybe lifting your chin up a little way towards the sky, but don't crunch the back of the neck. We're just looking up the wall rather than up at the ceiling. And then really just enjoy this stretch here. And then let's bring it in. Maybe a little bit of a wiggle through the shoulders. And then we're going to finish off with a seated spinal twist. So we've taken the spine forwards, backwards to the side, and now we're going to rotate it. So sitting up nice and tall, bring your right hand across to your left knee, left hand around somewhere behind you on your chair. And as before, leading with the shoulder, turning your body around to the left-hand side. Bring your head with you as far as is comfortable, maybe looking sort of some way behind you. And just think about the spine rotating around, almost like you're sort of rotating around a pole. And let's come back to center. We'll take it over to the other side. So left hand onto the right knee, right hand comes around behind you, lands wherever works for your body in your chair, and then turning your head with you, looking in the direction of that right shoulder, maybe towards the back corner of the room, only going as far as feels good. And then let's unravel, come back to center, and we'll just finish by revisiting sitting up nice and tall as we did at the beginning of the session. So coming to the edge of the seat, really setting yourself up carefully, feet planted underneath your knees, and think about lengthening up through the spine, through the crown of the head, shoulders relaxed and down. Close the eyes here. Then just take a moment to see how your body feels now compared to how it did at the beginning. And maybe you might notice that you feel you've got a little bit more space in your back, your shoulders. Maybe that allows you to take a nice deep breath in here. And take a long breath out. When you're ready, opening your eyes. That's where we will finish for today. So thank you very much for sharing your time and energy with me. If you felt the benefit of this, please do share it with somebody else you think might enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.